Hey guys, Danne here doing another base scout and attack replay. This time it's on my attack on base number 9 here. I did a GoWiWiPe. The reason I chose this base is because it's got such a big open center compartment area and very few compartments. Anytime you see a base with this type of setup with very few compartments and or a large compartment, great base to GoWiWiPe any of those wizard-based attacks. As you'll see, the plan for this base is very simple, and that's to get a golem in on this side, get a golem in on this side, witches for each, wizards for each, and some P.E.K.K.A.s. As soon as that stuff gets inside, it's just going to bounce its way around and clean this all up. Because the center compartment is accessible from all sides, the wizard should be able to get in there, and because all these exterior ones are also accessible from the center, there should be no problem for the wizards to clean that up. Now you're also going to get some troops that make their way around this way instead of coming in here, and that's okay. The reason that I wanted to include some witches in it is because I know that there's going to be giant bombs in here, and I'm hoping that the skeletons from the witches can get in there and trigger a bomb before my wizards get in. What really kills any GoWiPe or GoWiWi attack is if the wizards get killed, whether by giant bombs or otherwise, and that can really end a raid, especially if they all get hit by one. And so if you can avoid them, that's great. If you can defuse them, that's great. In this case, they're all right there in the center. I can't avoid them, so I'm hoping that some skellies or maybe a P.E.K.K.A. will get in there and trigger them. Now it ends up working out just fine. I pull the CC from this side. I bring in some hogs. I want to kill this building and then have them continue on to finish the pull. Believe it or not, mortars can actually be really rough. They can be one of the best defenses against GoWiWi and GoWiPe if they're well placed. You're not going to be able to kill the golems, or at least not kill them until very far into the end. And so your point defenses aren't that strong against the GoWiWi, GoWiPe, unless they happen to be placed just luckily so that they're out of the range of the golem but in the range of the wizards and stuff. That's kind of up to luck. But what the mortars and the wizard towers allow you to do is, even if they're targeting the golem, if the wizards and witches and whatnot come up near the golem, which they usually do, especially when they get to a wall and the golem's sitting pounding the wall, and then the witches, say the wizards right here shooting this building, they're all together and this mortar's sitting there shooting at them or something, it can really wreak havoc on your witches and your wizards. 2 hits to kill a witch and 1 or either 2 or 3 hits to kill a wizard, but if they've already been weakened up by something else, it can be even less. And so if possible, you can kill some of the mortars before GoWiWi. That's great, because they can really rock your world. So anyway, that's why I came in from this side, not only to get the pull, but to get rid of that mortar. You're going to see that things don't go perfectly with the CC kill. I accidentally dropped my king earlier than I wanted to, and he ends up getting killed, but we recover from it and do okay. There's not really any nuances, so let's go ahead and watch the battle, and we'll just talk about it as we go. Unlike with a hog raid, you're not having to figure out where double giant bombs are and avoid them, and so in some senses it's easier, although you do still need to plan where you want to place the golems so that they're drawing all of the fire of the defenses, but and being spread far enough but not too far, etc., etc. This base makes it easy because they're kind of all in a line and there's only 1 or 2 in this front row, so golem here, and you're fine. You see I accidentally dropped my king too early. That was supposed to be a golem, believe it or not. Once you get your kill squad engaging the troops, attacking the golem can sometimes distract the troops for a second. They turn around to kill the golem, and then they get killed. They get stabbed in the back. Ended up accidentally hitting my king instead of the golem. Didn't matter. Notice I'm sending in my wall breakers 2 at a time, so I didn't lose any. They made it into the core like they're supposed to. Now I should have been dropping my wall breakers faster on this side so that this guy's not just sitting here. I ended up getting a little bit too distracted from side to side. This side got under-supplemented. There needed to be some more wizards coming in. That's why I dropped my queen really quick, because I'm like, oh crap, this whole side's dying and there's nothing there to save them. This side's like overpowered, all these people coming in. it ended up working out just fine because the Queen and the P.E.K.K.A, between them, were able to just take care of business here. I like using the heal spells where they're going to hit the golem and keep the wizards alive. The main goal of the heal spell here is to keep the wizards alive. So like right there, the golem went slightly out of range and the cannon started firing on some wizards. So the heal spell was needed to keep them alive. But if it's possible to get that heal spell on the golem too, that's great. Because the golems are going to be one of the few troops that's going to actually absorb the full benefit of that spell, right? Like a wizard, most of the spell is going to be wasted on them because it's doing 1400 healing or something, and they've got like 100 life. So, most of it's wasted. The golem, on the other hand, has got thousands of hit points, and so it can soak up that entire 1400 and actually be helpful for them. But again, the main thing is to keep the wizards alive, so if it doesn't work out that you can get both of them, don't worry about it. I like to come in a little more heavy on the heals than the rages. People like the rages. They have their purpose. I bring one for sure, so that when there's like the town hall or the Teslas are causing big trouble, I like to use the rage, but I prefer to have more heals than rages. The reason why is because P.E.K.K.A.s are already going to kill almost any defensive building in one hit, and the few buildings that they can't kill in one hit, they're going to kill in 2 hits. They're already doing that much damage per hit. Same thing with wizards. You got 5 wizards in a pack, they will kill any building other than like the mega buildings, so like other than the town hall or the CC, they will kill in one shot. And so raging them can kind of not help that much sometimes, right? Like, if you're already going to kill the archer tower in one hit, then what does the rage do? It just makes you kill it really, really hard. It doesn't matter whether you killed it or killed it really, really hard. It's still dead, and it still took the same amount of time, right? Rage doesn't increase how fast the troops shoot, just increases how much damage they do and how fast they move. They're still shooting the same speed. So if wizards shoot once every second, they're still shooting once every second when they're raged. And so if there's 5 of them and they're all shooting the same building, they're going to kill it in 1 second, whether there's a rage there or not. Now, that's not to say that rage can't help, because sometimes you don't have all 5 targeting one building. Maybe you've got 2 targeting this building, 2 targeting this building, 2 targeting this building, and the rage can help. So I'm not saying they're useless. But I am saying they're not the cure-all in every situation. I would rather have the heal to just keep those wizards alive, and they'll do much more damage while they're staying alive under that heal. For the town hall, the clan castle, the expos that have really high hit points, okay, the rage is going to make a big difference. Also, sometimes killing the heroes, if they're high level heroes, a raged P.E.K.K.A can be really great, because then it's only going to take a few swipes. Low level heroes, the P.E.K.K.A is going to kill them in a few swipes anyway. So that's my spiel on rages versus heals, since I didn't have really much else to say about this raid. It kind of went sloppily, but still ended up winning just because the base layout was so bad. If it was a better base layout, that sloppy raid probably wouldn't have gotten the 3 stars, but hopefully it learned something from it and do a little bit better next time. Alright, talk to you guys later.